we're going to be looking today at 20 big blinds, cutoff versus button versus big blind, so three-way spots. And we're going to be focusing on what to do out of the big blind. Now, the last one of these that we did in December looked at what to do basically as the sandwiched player. So what that means is that the cutoff checks, well, we check the cutoff checks, the button bets, and we have the original raiser to act behind us. Today, we're probably going to do something similar, different setup, but what we are going to do is check the strategies first. So if it's a spot where the cutoff bets quite frequently, then we might go cutoff bets, button calls, and see what we're supposed to do in the big blind. There will be quite a few spots, though, I think, where the cutoff's going to do a lot of checking, maybe even pure check. So therefore, we're still going to be the sandwich player, but I think it's going to be good to see what we're supposed to be doing in the big blind. We also want to see what happens. Like, are there some boards where we get to do some donking? I think that would be good to see. All right, so if you guys are ready, just type in ready into the chat, and we're going to get into a flop. I suppose we need to decide which flop we want to look at. All right, let's go. See if this is going to work. It worked really nicely last time. I'm going to send you a link in Twitch chat. Just click that link and vote for which texture or type you would like to see first. So click that link in the chat. If you've just joined the stream and you can't see a link, just type in link and I'll send you the link through. We are getting some results coming through, which is excellent. Here we go. So at the moment, the front runner is low connected, then Jack or 10 high sort of unconnected, and then ace XX as well. Don't be shy, guys. If you want to vote, let's say you haven't seen the link yet, as I said, type in link ? into the chat, and I'll post the link again so you can see it and join in with this. You just need to vote for which flop type or texture you want to look at first. So I'll wait a few more seconds and then we'll get into it. All right then, let's do low connected. So we're going to go to other connected. I'm going to choose this 6-3 deuce board, I think, to begin with. Now, I mentioned this in the last stream. My approach to poker learning is sort of two-pronged, I guess. And what I mean by that is that we want to mix between studying and training. Now, we're using DTO here. DTO is obviously a training app, and which is awesome, but it allows you to study as well. It allows you to do those two things. So first of all, we want to see what our strategy looks like on this board, and then we want to drill it and see how well we're doing, and if there's some sort of areas for improvement when it comes to our strategy. So the first thing is we want to study, right? We want to see what's going on, and so you can see here straight away you selected this board out of all of the 10, 11 textures, and we've landed on a flop type or texture where we want to do some leading. You can see some very heavy leads: 6 deuce, 6-3, which is 2 pair. Interestingly, 2s and 3s are not leading, whereas the straight as well, 5-4 not leading. But 6-3, 6 deuce is the big one. A lot of 6x leading, but to be honest, we've started with a tricky one. I'm not gonna beat around the bush here, guys. We have started with a tricky one. Let's hover over here and see what on earth's going on. So these suited hands are generally betting when we when we have 2 overs and a backdoor flush draw. All right, so you can see like Jack 8 of clubs, no clubs on the board, going to check. And then diamonds, hearts, and spades are going to bet. Now, we can think about what's going on here. This is all part of the study rather than the training bit. We'll get to the training and drilling aspect in a moment. But first, we need to try and work out what's going on. Of course, when we lead on this board, where we do have a lot of strong hands, although interestingly, we're not leading our strongest hands, which is 5-4 and set of 2s and set of 3s. The original raiser is the sandwich player. We talked about being the sandwich player in the last session we did in December. Here, though, they have to worry about the player to act behind them. So I would imagine that we can generate a lot of folds from our opponent when we bet here. And when we block the kind of hands that they want to continue with, which includes the kind of hands that we have, right, like 2 overs and a backdoor flush draw, that can only be like a benefit for us. Okay, so these are just some ideas we've got so far. There's also some leading king, queen, king, jack. Generating folds, I presume from ace high. Whenever you see leads like this, we can get folds from better hands. We've actually got some leads with ace x as well. Let's have a look. Question in the chat: are the offsuit Broadway leads blocking backdoor flush draws? Let's have a quick look. I mean, there's some club hands betting here, right? There seems to be a pretty even mix with king jack. There doesn't seem to be. Yeah, I mean, those hands they're exactly the same frequencies regardless of suit. King queen seems a little, is it different? No, it looks to be the same as well. That's not something I've seen before. I thought that there would be different frequencies with different combos. So this is fairly interesting. We're gonna drill this in a moment, but I just want to explore a bit more. This is doing more of the study aspect here. What happens when we lead here, right? So we were leading like some of these Broadway hands and like Jack 8 of hearts, for example. So the player in position has to start folding king queen off, has to fold all of these offsuit hands. And as I mentioned before, it is the suited hands. If we can block those hands, that's much, much better. So if we have Jack 8 of hearts, we're obviously blocking queen jack of hearts, king jack of hearts, ace jack of hearts, and then obviously some 8x of heart hands as well. So that's a pretty big win for us. So our opponent, who opens pre from the cutoff, is going to be folding about 43% of the time. Let me just scooch back up to the chat here. I missed it. I'm not sure. I mean, I do speak a bit of German, but I don't know what this means. I'm nervous to say it in case it's really rude, because someone on my stream I did on my channel the other day, the name was a rude word in French. I can't remember what it is now, but yeah. Anyway, every offsuit Broadway is blocking 1 or 2 backdoor flush draws. So yes, yep, good point. We're going to have to do this, which is not going to be that helpful. You guys might not see the chat. I guess some of these leads are the balance to leading our value hands. Yeah, of course, we can't just lead our strong hands and not have some bluffs. But there's sort of method in the madness. There's reasons for wanting to bet. It's a great board for us to do it, as it favors us. We have a lot of strong hands. In terms of like favoring us, it's not something that I have looked at the 3 ranges to run an equity calculation to see where the equity splits. But I think it's if someone wants to do that, then go for it. Yeah, of course I have overpairs. They have overpairs and we don't. Okay, yeah, right. So this is where we are at. All right, I'll keep an eye on this. If this player folds, do we generate folds from this player? This player, look, really doesn't fold very much at all. But again, we're blocking some of their continues. Where's some Jack X? Maybe like a Jack 9, 10, 8, Queen 8, King 8, Ace 8 of hearts. But they're really not folding very much at all. You can see 2.4%. That's really, really quite fascinating. Okay, so let's go back in, have a quick look, a quick reminder. We're going to see how we get on. We'll probably do 25 of these, and then we'll check and we'll see what the cutoff on the button is supposed to be doing here, and then what our response looks like. So the general idea is 2 pair we're going to bet. One pair and a draw we're going to bet as well. So you can see hands like 5-3, 6-4, 4 deuce. You need to try and remember that. Let's just have a look at that 4 deuce. Yeah, more likely. I mean, it's pure with the backdoor flush draw as well when it comes to 4 deuce off. Yeah, not too. Everything seems to be pretty similar there. What else is going on? Some 6. Yeah, we've got to remember the 6x, but less so with clubs. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably make some mistakes in this offsuit region, but yeah. Okay, so that's the first step, right? We want to try to understand what we're doing in this spot. Then, if we click the drill button, we can actually go in and we can start having a go. And what I would say to you is, if you're a genius and you get 25 out of 25, then good for you. But actually, it's better if you make some mistakes, because it will make you think about what exactly is going on. Comment here, seems like we mostly want to be unblocking auto folds. Yeah. Okay, so we're mixing with the king jack. There was definitely some offsuit ace-x betting here, but I think this is more check than bet, but we'll see. Yeah, okay, happy with that. I'm just going to go with check in this spot. It's not like the 4-3, 5-3 kind of hand. So I think this is going to be more checking. Yeah, you can see that. This one is definitely going to be checking with no backdoor flush draw. Wow. I was so confident, and yeah, it's actually betting more frequently with clubs. Jack 8 off, just going to check, surely. 4-3, this is one of the pair plus draw, and with a backdoor flush draw, this was one of those pure bets. So we're already learning. 6-5 is a pair and a draw, but it's clubs. I think this wants to check. Okay, yeah, checking very frequently. King 4 off, I'm going to go check. Okay, there is some betting as well. 10-8 off is a check. Queen 10 off, check. King 4 suited. We have a backdoor flush draw. We have a gut shot. We block, a lot of continues. If you think of like ace, king of spades, king, queen of spades, king, jack, king 10, king 9, king 8, that kind of thing. So that seems to be a reason for wanting to bet, but I can't remember about these hands. So over to you guys. Do you want to check or bet in this spot? Okay, seems like every unpaired hand is more than 50% check. No. Every unpaired hand is more than 50% check. Okay, we'll check that in a moment. I can't remember. Mr. P-Man's going for check. Okay. Cool. All right, let's go check. It is pure check. King 6 off. There was a decent amount of betting with the 6x. I think we kind of want to have king 6 of diamonds, king 6 of hearts instead. So yeah, it's mainly checking. There is some betting though, of course. Pair and a draw. I think there's some betting going on here. That's not very much though. We kind of again want to have like 6-4 of diamonds, 6-4 of hearts. King jack gonna check. Wow, there is actually some betting here with the clubs. I mean, in a way, like we know we can get called by weaker hands with a backdoor flush draw, so that's pretty interesting. But again, this is a really good example of why you got to study it and then you got to train or drill it, because I would have just pure checked this, right? And as I said, I mean, I clicked check and the option then, it's 50-50, right? It's a mix with this hand. I'm going to check here. Don't think it's enough. Going to check. I think there was some betting with some 3x, but I'm mainly going to go check. Okay, so again, this highlights an area. The range is very, very wide, right? We have a really wide range in the big blind. So trying to memorize exactly what each hand is doing is quite challenging. So this is, again, why training and drilling is so important. Okay, some betting going on here. Looks like the same hand. This is going to be a check. Going to do 5 more. This is a bet. We saw there's pair and a gut shot and a backdoor flush draw. Pure bet. This is going to be a check. A few more then. I'm going to check here. It's a tiny bit of betting. Jack 8, the offsuit. Those offsuit hands are just going to be garbage and just check very frequently. We had this hand earlier and I was like, this is definitely going to be a check. But it was actually more of a bet. So that was interesting. All right, and we've gone over. All right, so we're doing pretty well. There's some, lots of mixing. I think one of you just said, so lots of randomization. There's lots of mixing going on in this situation. But not too bad at all. What we're going to do now, we're going to check and we're going to look at the cutoff strategy. So cutoff's mainly going to check, but there is some big betting as well. So what we'll first do is look at what happens when it goes big bet and the button calls and what our strategy wants to do. And then we'll take a look at when the cutoff checks and the button bets. So button, in fact, let's go back and have a quick look at this strategy. So the board is 6-3 deuce. So we've got the first overpair, 7-3 10s going for a bet very frequently. Similarly, sort of, for value and protection, betting 6x, and then bits of other bobs going on with gut shots and backdoor flush draws and that sort of stuff. When that's I would say like a pretty big bet as well. 3.75. So what's that, half pot? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Then in position is going to is forced to continue with two good overcards and a backdoor flush draw, but like starting to be indifferent with king 9 and king 8 with a backdoor flush draw. King 10 only folds when it's king 10 of clubs. Got all the overpairs, of course. We could go more absolute, but relative makes it easier to view. And then pair and draws and stuff are just going to continue. Okay, yeah, I think this looks reasonable. So now we just want to see what's our overall strategy in this spot. So we're just doing a huge amount of folding with the top, and then the hands we want to continue. I mean, we're just going to rip a6, queen 6, doing a lot of ripping with the 6x, with pair plus draw type hands as well. The hands that we haven't led with, because remember, a hand like 6-4 of diamonds, 6-4 of hearts was just going to pure lead. But now we're just going to check jam with 6-4 of clubs, and we can get some. I'm not sure we can necessarily get some better hands to fold, but we can certainly deny equity to 2 overs and a backdoor flush draw, for example. So again, lots of hands. We're going to drill it, and we're going to see how we get on. I don't think this is enough. I think we're just going to fold. Okay, great start. So we want to call, we have a backdoor flush draw and a gut shot. This is, I didn't see what the straights were doing. Strikes me as a hand we'd want to put lots of chips in with, but maybe not jam. But also, we just have the nuts. So I wonder if we actually just do some calling. Yeah, okay, we got there in the end. King 5, just like the Queen 5, surely is just a call. Is there some raising as well? And must be some jamming? Okay, so mainly jamming, then calling, then raising. I think that's really interesting. 5-4, I'm just going to call. All right, so I guess, do we have 5-4 of diamonds earlier on? Therefore, we have a backdoor flush draw to go with a straight, so we can call more frequently. Do we raise and jam? Okay. Not too bad. 7-4 though with clubs. I'm just going to fold this time. So I think this is a good one. We had Queen 5 and King 5 of diamonds before, so gut shot, decent overcard, and a backdoor flush draw. But 7-4 just with a not good enough. Pair and a gut shot. I want to risk it here for a jam. Yeah, okay. So it's mainly jamming. Maybe the rest is calling. No. Okay, so some raising going on in here as well. I do find this fascinating that we would raise to 9.38 because we're only playing like 18. 9-8 going to fold. Remember, all of those offsuit hands were folding. Pair and a backdoor flush draw. I'm not sure against this big sizing whether we get to continue, so I'm actually going to go fold. But it is a call, so that's another one. So we learned already about queen 5 of diamonds, king 5 of diamonds. So gut shots and backdoor flush draws, but also pair and backdoor flush draw. Yeah, versus small bet, I would never have folded, but here you can see that we want to continue. So I assume this is exactly the same. So it's really nice that, you know, we start to see patterns emerging, and that's why, again, I'll keep saying it, is to mix between studying and training. I'm going to fold. The offsuit stuff was very easy to fold. Overcard and a gut shot. Do we call? Okay, not sure. Not sure what else we're going to do here with, I can't remember what was going on with ace 4. I assume if we're calling a bit, we're not just going to fold the rest. So, oh, we are. Wow. Okay. So call a tiny bit, but mainly folding. This is an easy fold. Gut shot and backdoor flush draw. Going to call. This is an easy fold. Easy fold. So what did we have earlier on? So when it was 5-4 of diamonds, we had the backdoor flush draw and a straight. We just went for a call. Whereas clubs, completely unblocking the hands that could potentially continue. I think that we would start doing some raising here as well. So let's see what happens. Okay, so 11.2, 25.5, and the rest, of course, is going to be jamming. So not too bad. And that's what we'll do. 4 more. These 2 are easy. This one's easy. This one's easy. This one's very easy. Okay. Question from Chris. Are multiway available in DTO Basic, or is this Pro? This is a completely different product from DTO Post-Flop. So DTO have a whole suite of products. They have DTO Post-Flop, which is heads-up spots. DTO Pre-Flop, which does loads and loads of different pre-flop spots. And DTO 3-way, which is this product, which we're looking at today. Okay. All right, so let's go back here. We're going to click here and... okay, yeah, let's explore, go back here. And we now want to see what happens when button bets with a sandwiched player. So a decent amount of checking going on. And Chris, just to answer your question, it's all available on their website. I am doing a coaching session. I don't know the details. So yeah, check the website. Okay, so betting like over pairs, betting small, a6, putting lots of money in, 6-5, 7-6, putting money in, and then various other hands going for it. So they bet small here, and we are going to check raise most of our 6x, so the best 6x, and also these ones down here as well. These are easier to think about because they have a pair and a draw. Doing a decent amount of raising with ace-x. This could be one where we run into some potential problems, but we will see. And okay, yeah. So you've got an overview. So the system I use is really straightforward. We've got a vague idea of what we want to do. We drill it. We see where we're going wrong, and we try and improve it. And hopefully, over 25 hands, we get some similar type of hands where we improve on our strategy. Now, what you might find is, for example, let's just say we get 25 of these hands. We know it's just a really easy fold. So we, and you get 25 out of 25. You're not really learning anything. So it's actually better to get some hands where you're unsure and you're making mistakes. Interestingly, against a small bet, we're just calling all gut shots, all pairs. So that's something to be aware of as well. Okay, so good start. Pair in the draw. I think I was doing a decent amount of raising. Okay, got it straight away. 5-3. I'm just going to call. Okay, maybe there's some raising as well. Queen 4. So remember, I'm pretty sure it's like all the gut shots were continuing through a call. King 10. I think King 10 and King Jack were calling, unless it was king queen and king jack. It was definitely the best offsuit king x hands that we had. Were definitely continuing in this spot. Okay, so it's probably just to fold the rest. So it would be king jack and king queen. Gut shot. Remember, we continue with all of our gut shots. We had just had this one. It was raise. 5-4. I'm going to go for a raise. Okay, so just pure call. I mean, just really nice hand. Offsuit hands, really easy fold. So really, yeah, good to know. Gut shot hand, we're going to continue. 2 overs and a backdoor flush draw. Honestly, I don't know the answer, so I'm going to go fold. Okay, so it is a call. And exactly what I was just talking about. You know, by having a really wide range, loads of different sort of categories of hands that we think we know about, but there's so many that we're trying to understand what is going on. So yeah, clearly we need to call there. This is an easy fold. All gut shots we're calling. Not sure about this one. Okay, yeah, there's a tiny bit of calling. Going to call any pair. Going to fold this one. Fold. Wow. Okay, so I thought this would be a really, really easy fold. I don't think I'm going to be alone in this. Just in the chat. I mean, obviously you can see it, but who would have gone fold on in this spot with king 7 off? Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Okay, yeah. So this is a funky one, bit of a curveball. Not sure I would have even thought twice about it. No, same. Okay, let's keep on going through. Gut shots, we're going to call. Maybe some raising as well. Okay. Folding 10-9 off, always going to call. Wow, always going to call a gut shot, but we actually do some raising with the king 5, gut shots, backdoor flush draw. This one is a fold, call, and well, these are the, you know, if king 7 off is calling, then this one with a backdoor straight draw might actually continue. Let's call a bit and fold a bit. Okay, happy with that. Right, 21 out of 25. So not as good as the ones before. So we've already explored donking and what happens when it goes back call. So yeah, we've got some work to do in this spot. Let's have a look. It seems to do some interesting different things when it has king x of a combo versus the others. Yeah. So this is the thing as well, that when you run through it, you start to pick up on like what's going on with the king x. I mean, the queen x is kind of doing the same thing, right? I think we had king 5, queen 5. They're doing a lot of raising. 6x because we have a strong but vulnerable top pair against a small bet. Interestingly, I tell you what I'd love to see is when we raise here. I was trying to think if there's any. Do we get any better hands to fold, right? And doesn't look like we do. No. Okay. Cool. Ida Brote says, hi Gareth. Hey Ida Brote. How's it going? I hope I haven't butchered your name there. Right, we're going to go to the next spot because we did spend quite a lot of time on that one. I think it was like half an hour. And we do have other spots to look at. We might not get to every single flop type. I'm going to send the link again in the chat. Click the link and tell me which of these flop textures or types you want to look at next. We have already done low connected and I've removed it from the options. Okay, so click the link, choose which texture or type you would like to look at. Okay, we'll wait another sort of 10-20 seconds you guys to get your votes in. This is where we're at the moment. Looks like 2 Broadway is in the lead, but closely followed by Jack or 10 high with 2 rags or 2 low cards. Okay, 10 more seconds, guys, to get your votes in. All right, we're going to go with two Broadway. So let's go Queen, and which one are we going to do? Queen Jack 4. Okay, I'm not expecting any leads on this board, so but we've been wrong before. Okay, pure check for us, and very high frequency check for our opponent. Some big betting as well. So we don't have to drill the big bet. I mean, you could do, but you literally just be like this, and you could get 100 out of 100 because we're pure checking. Okay, so it's not very useful. So when we go for a check, we're going to face big bet. So let's just have a quick look at the range. Kings, King, Queen. Let's have a look at the board again. Queen, Jack, 4. Okay. So some Queen X, some Kings and Aces, some gut shots, and then some other bits and bobs like flush draws. Okay. And when the button just calls, we can see we can have a top set, 2 pair, top pair, 1 pair, especially with a backdoor flush draw, sets and all sorts. Okay, right, let's see what we're supposed to do. So the first thing to note is that we're going to do a lot of folding. Only bets than that says somewhere I can get 100 out of 100 at long last. Yeah, if you drill donk bets on a board where you have no donk bets, you're going to get 100 out of 100 as long as you hit the check button. So loads of folding. Queen Jack 4 is the board. Queen 4 and Jack 4. Queen 4 just wants to send it. Yeah, go all in. I imagine these hands down here are going to be flush draws. Yeah, you can see bottom right. So where my mouse is now, you can see that it's the flush draws want to continue. 10-9 with a backdoor flush draw gets to continue, but 10-9 without doesn't. 10-8 with a flush draw wants to continue through jamming. So like high equity bluffs want to jam. Slightly lower equity hands want to, or draws, I guess, want to just call. Queen Jack 4, 8-6 wants to jam. That's going to be tough. Like, what's the difference between 9-7 and 8-6? Really? Okay, so we might get some of these flush draws wrong. I think just going for a jam with a decent number of these flush draws is going to be a fairly reasonable strategy. Jamming top pair, good kicker. It's our best top pair. I think is going to be reasonable. Continuing with ace-4 off with a heart, but folding everything else. I think we can do this. So let's go for it. Fold. Not sure what you do with the 6 of hearts here. Gonna fold. We might have to do more than 25. Queen Jack, I think is just, we just send it. King 6 is a fold. King 10, I imagine if you have a heart, you could jam. King 10 of hearts probably just jams. I'm going to go with call. 10-8 of diamonds, I think was a call. We have a gut shot and a backdoor flush draw. It's actually just pure fold. Wow. Okay. That's really interesting. 10-9 of diamonds was pure call. 10-9 of hearts was a jam. But 10-8 of diamonds is going to be pure fold. This one's going to be a fold. 9-3 of hearts. Call or jam. I don't think we have too many raises. Call or jam in this spot. I'm going to go call. Not really sure why, honestly. Folding all of these hands. King 10, going to call. This is a fold. This is a call, pair, and a backdoor flush draw. No. Wow. Now we're getting interesting. Now this is getting really interesting. So 10-8 of diamonds folded. Jack 9 off folded. So we need, but like ace-4 off with the ace of hearts is going to continue. Drawing to the backdoor nut flush plus an overcard, whereas this doesn't have an overcard. You could improve to 2 pair as well and lose to King 10. I think both players could potentially have King 10. So that could be something. Could be a reason. King Jack, overcard and a heart. Surely this is a call. This is a fold as well. Wow, we are we are getting wrecked. This is good though. I like it because it means we're learning a lot. Call or jam. Yeah, happy with that. This is going to be a fold. We're going to do more than 25 guys because most of them are folds. Queen. Surely we don't fold a queen. Right, over to you guys. So yeah, we have to fold the queen. Top pair is no good. It is. I mean, it has gone. Big bet call. So queen high is not going to be any good. I thought we'd still get to continue. I guess top pair with a flush draw is going to continue, and yeah, top pair without is not going to. Let's carry on through. We're going to try and get to 50. Okay, top pair with a backdoor flush draw. Guys, you've got to make the decision this time. Sven says cutoff betting range is quite strong. It includes some strong hands for sure, but there are some bluffs in there as well, right? It's not just value. So when you say that it's quite strong, it's not. It's polar, right? It has some strong hands in it, and it has some bluffs as well. Okay, so we've got fold, call. Queen of Hearts is tempting. Lol, seems it's a fold. Honestly, I would have gone pure call before the last two, the Jack 9 off with a heart and the King Jack off with a heart. Surely now, top pair, backdoor flush draw. Let me station off one street here, please, with Queen of Hearts, 9 of clubs. I'm going to go call. It is a call this time, right? Okay. So top pair with a flush draw is decent. We saw a lot of like King 5 of hearts, King 3 of hearts, I think King 2 of hearts. Those kind of hands, I believe, we're going for a jam here. I think King 9 actually just has like, obviously has more equity with a gut shot as well. I wouldn't mind seeing a jam though here. Yeah, like it. This is going to be a jam as well. Easy fold, fold, fold. This is a jam. We jammed our best Queen X, I believe. Yep, happy with that. Easy fold. I mean, if King Jack off with a heart was continuing, then sorry, not continuing, then King Jack of clubs is an easy fold. I don't know what's going on with my webcam. The sun is which way? This way. The sun is beating in. I live in the UK and it's January and it's freezing, so no idea where that sun suddenly come from, but there we go. Okay, lots more folding. 10-3 of hearts. I'm going to send it and see what happens. It's just a call. Jack 10 folds and one more. Well, I mean, Queen 7 of clubs was a fold. Queen 10 of clubs. We're jamming King Queen. We're jamming Queen Jack, Queen 4. Queen 10 is like the next best hand. Surely we don't fold this hand. I'm going to go jam, but if it folds it, fair enough. It just calls. Right. Wow. What I mean, the last time we did this, I thought I did all right in terms of playing against the playing against the trainer. But this is a whole nother level. Let's have a look at this again. So oops. So Queen 10 just always calls unless you have Queen 10 of hearts, in which case you can just send it. But all the other Queen X needs to jam. Fold unless you have hearts, and then you can jam. The Queen X, you would want to have the Queen of Hearts. That makes sense. We did discover that. Idebro says 3-way is brutal. Lol. Yeah, it certainly is. I'm sure. I feel like Dom put a tweet out that said something along the lines of, no, nothing like a session with DTO to show you how poor you are at poker, right? And you can, of course, you can say the same thing about 3-way. It's there's so much to learn. I mean, I'm sure many of us are making some of these mistakes for sure. That was really fun though. So that's going to be that one. Let's go back to here and have a look at the button. Who's going to small? We'll go small bet. Otherwise, we'll be here for days. So small betting, like some 2-pair and some sets, big betting some overpairs, but also small betting some overpairs, betting some, some second pair, second pair, decent kicker, and some draws as well. And okay, so at least we've got a vague idea of what's going on. Okay, this is great. So the low connected board earlier on, this is something we touched on last time by being the sandwich player. When you've got a lot of really, some strong hands that you do check, then you get to raise here, even though the original raiser is still to act. There used to be this misconception, I think, or maybe there still is a misconception, that you never raise when you're the sandwich player. That's just not true, right? Because we saw it on the 6-3 deuce board. We do some donking when we do check, and it goes check, small bet. We then have some raising and some jamming. But in this example, this isn't a board that's particularly good for us, right? So instead, we go for, we go for pure call instead. So I like this in a way because it makes things easier. So it's understanding, like, is this board like particularly good for me? No, probably not. Like, it's not a good board. My opponents can just have a lot of stronger hands here. Therefore, you wouldn't ever do raising here. The original raiser can just have a lot of really strong hands here, so you're just going to go fold or call. So yeah, we're going to call, and so the Queen Jack 4. So we call quite a lot of 4x down here. That's quite interesting. 4x with a backdoor flush draw. Calling all of our Jack X, calling our Queen X. King X needs some, a pair or a flush draw to continue. King 9, King 10, King Queen. These are all hands that have a piece of the board. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let's see what happens. So remember, no raising, no jamming, becomes very easy to know what to do. A lot of the 4x was calling. This really surprised me. The Jack X. So basically, any piece of the board calls. So just watch out for a piece of the board. Here we have a pair. Flush draw, obviously we're not doing any raising, so it becomes a lot simpler to at least remember what to do. Was this folding? Or actually, well, it can't be raising, so it must be folding the rest. Call, fold. We'll just do 25 of these because I think this has been relatively easy. Actually, no, let's carry on. So that, like, any piece of the board, wow, I bet this starts mixing folding without a heart. Yeah. Gut shot with a backdoor flush draw. Okay, so this was similar. We had like 10-8 of diamonds. When it went big bet call, we just folded. Here it's just not quite good enough. So we should have stopped at 25. I'm going to fold here as well. Fold. Let's do a few more. Call, fold. Call. Okay, we'll end it there. So I think that was easier, right? Yes, okay, we got one wrong. What was it? 9-8 off with a heart. But that was definitely easier than when it goes big bet and call. Right, we're going to go to a different board. And it's going to be over to you guys again. Let me just get this set up. So that was 2 Broadways. I'm going to reset the results and I'm going to post the link. Let me grab it for you guys. Ian says, I got a dash. Thank you for the content. You're welcome. I do think this is going to be going up on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch the rest of it then. Okay, click that link, guys, and vote for which board you'd like to see next. I've taken off, so we've already done low connected, and we've done 2 Broadways as well. Okay. So click the link, choose which textural type you'd like. A means ace, B means Broadway, XX actually means low cards that are not the same. So you're talking like ace 8-5, ace 3 deuce, ace 6-5, ace 9-3, something like that. J or T is jack or 10 high with connected or unconnected, and you've got king or queen high. We've got low unconnected, so that's going to be boards like 9-3 deuce, 6-4, 9-8-3, stuff like that. And paired boards. Okay, cool. So we've got a tie break here. I'm just going to give it like 10 more seconds, guys, and then just to see if this changes. If one of these gets another vote, then we'll do that one. Otherwise, we'll just go from the left, I guess. All right, let's do it. Ace XX. Which board? Let's do ace high, and we're going to do this one, ace 3 deuce. I chose this one specifically because we're going to have some 5-4 in here for the nuts, and I really wanted to see the ranges. We'll get to that in a moment. Okay, so really easy again. We're just going to do a lot of checking. Cutoff is also going to do a lot of checking, so we don't have to do like big bet and call this time. And button's going to do a decent amount of small betting and checking. So yeah, going to bet a lot of the ace X, doing some checking in the middle. Ace 3, ace deuce, aces. Best ace X going to bet. Got some bluffs in here. Best ace X going to bet. Actually betting kings as well. King Jack, King 10 with a spade. Queen Jack off with a spade as well. Okay. 5s and 4s for a gut shot. Right. So what do we do as a sandwich player? So before I've even done this, yes, we can have some very strong hands because we do have 2s. We have 3s. We assume we have ace 3 and ace deuce. But we also we have the main hand we want to focus on is we have 5-4. So does that mean, do you think, that we are going to get to do some raising here? Or do you think that we are just going to play pure call with the hands we want to continue? Because the cutoff can still have, remember they checked their entire range, so they can still have aces. They can still have ace king, ace queen, ace 3, ace 2, stuff like that. What do you think, guys? Just let me know in the chat before we get there. Okay, so Chris Callahan said, yes, we have lots of strong hands. Does that mean yes, we're going to call, or yes, we're going to raise, Chris? Let me know in the chat. 2 pair sets. Yep, we can have set of 3s, set of 2s, ace 3, ace deuce, 5-4. So we've got, decent amount of strong hands, but we also need to be wary of the cutoff having aces and having ace 3, ace deuce, ace king, ace queen, stuff like that. But you're going to go for a call here. Okay, let's like pure call. So it is going to be pure call. So again, like it isn't the board like 6-3 deuce was like so good, or so not so much necessarily so much better because it's the equity is split 3 ways. So it's unlikely you have like 51% equity and the other two share 49% equity. That's just not going to happen. But yeah, in this situation, board's not, we do have some strong hands, but we also have a decent number of weak hands, and we're going to want to play pure call, which again makes it easy when you train and drill it because your only options are between fold and call, and simplifying the game tree like this makes it really easy. And that isn't just us trying to simplify it. That's what the solver wants to do, which is even better. Okay, so obviously going to continue with ace-x. We're going to continue when we have a gut shot and a flush draw or a backdoor flush draw. So all of these 4x and 5x hands. Everything else is going to want to call. And yeah, so we're basically looking for a call with any pair, call with any flush draw, and call with a gut shot with a backdoor flush draw. Are there any curveballs in here? I want to see any like diamond hands. King, queen of diamonds not in there. So I think this should be fairly easy. King 5 off is going to call with a spade and fold without. Same with queen 5. Same with queen 4. And that's interesting. But king 4, that's going to be the curveball. That's going to throw us in this spot. Because I had some pretty good heuristics there. We call with any pair, call with any flush draw, call with any gut shot and a backdoor flush draw. Fold everything else, apart from king 4 off, where you just call everything. Right, let's see what we can do. Call with any flush draw, a fold here. Pair and a draw, we have to call. I'm gonna call. King 4 is GS2. Yeah, it's a gut shot, but king 5 off, no spade was folding, right? That's the difference. King 4 was pure call and king 5 is not. This is a gut shot, but no backdoor flush draw, so I assume it's a fold. It's not. Okay, so 6-5 actually just gets to continue. That's a good one to keep an eye out for. We call all of our ace-x. We call any pair, basically. We're not going to continue with backdoor flush. Whoops, that was a misclick. I didn't. This is a misclick, clicking too quickly. But we're obviously always calling with an ace. We're calling with any pair, ace-x, 3x, or 2x. Gut shot and a backdoor flush draw. So we're going to call. We're going to fold here. We're obviously going to call here with a flush draw. This one's going to call because we have a gut shot and a backdoor flush draw. Same hand again. Love to see it. Gut shot here, but with no backdoor flush draw. I mean, we made a mistake. What was it? 6-5. Went for a call. This is going to be a call. Fold. Fold. Gut shot, backdoor flush draw. Got to be a call, right? Flush draw, always calling. Whoops, almost went for fold again with the ace-x. Okay, I think we've nailed this. I think we could go into game now, into battle, and do pretty well in this one. But I do want to explore. What was the one we got wrong? 6-5. Okay, so 6-5's always continuing. Same with 6-4 actually. Wow. Okay, fair enough. Right, let's do another one. That was good. I think we learned a lot. Just as soon as it becomes call and no raising or jamming, I honestly think multi-way is really easy. Let's get this set up again. 1 second. So we're going to choose the new board, guys, to look at. So I'm going to post the link in the chat. So choose a way. Click the link. Choose whichever board you want to see. Let's have a look. Right, a few more seconds, probably 10 seconds, and we have to make a decision here. We might just go left to right. Oh. Or maybe not. So I know that there are more of you watching than are voting currently. So if you're sitting there and not getting involved, definitely click the link and choose which board you want to take a look at. Okay, right, we're going to do king or queen high with 2 rags, and we are going to look at the driest of boards, king 7 deuce rainbow. So again, can't imagine that we would do any leading on this board. It's good to see. So we don't need to drill that. Cutoff, you're going pure check as well. Excellent. This is going to be quick. So yeah, on the face of it, I think this is a lot more betting than the probably population is doing, especially with regard to these ace-X hands. But against the solver, this is what they're doing, and that's how we want to respond, because that's what we're going to do. Okay, let's go straight into it. So pure call again. This should be really, really easy. So call with all your king X. Well, firstly, the reason it's easy is because we're just playing pure call, as in with the hands we want to continue. We are obviously folding some hands as well. So continue with all 2X, all 7X, and all king X, and then queen 10 with a backdoor flush draw, I assume. Yep. So we can see that in here. And we've got some other backdoor flush draws in here. I guess like backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. So if it's like 3 to a straight, 3 to a flush above the 7, then we get to continue. Although having said that, 6-5, well, that's 3 to a straight flush. Well, 3 to a straight, 3 to a flush. Same with 5-4. Okay, yeah, it was with this 8. So I would say that 8-6, 6-5, 5-4 are the ones to look out for here, because everything else is pretty straightforward. Ace-8 off, calling sometimes. If you fold, like, I think it's going to be fine, because it will say like fold is fine, like 81.3% of the time, and call the rest, or whatever it is. 77, close. But yeah, these are the ones. So you got to try and help me remember these ones, guys. Okay, 5-4, 6-5, 8-6. I think it's going to be those that we struggle with. Straight in with an ace-8 off, which is mainly fold and some calling. This is a fold. Doing lots of folding. I'm not going to fold a king though. I'm going to fold here. So ace-9 off, pure call. All right. Well, that's we didn't pick up on that. King X always going to continue. 7X always going to continue. King X going to continue. All right. Well, I didn't see any other raising and jamming. Did anybody else? I thought it was pure call here, right? So, well, it can't be fold, so it must be raise. The rest of it. Okay, not going to fold a 2. Not going to fold a 7. I'm going to fold here. I really want to get like a 6-5 of diamonds or something. I'm going to fold a 7. Or a 2, or a king. Looks like there is some raising going on with the king X. Going to call a 2. Going to fold this. Going to fold this. We want these hands to be suited so we could actually continue folding. Queen 10 of diamond, spades, and hearts did. Yeah, going to be continues. Adabroot says, gave the feedback before and will again. Hard to follow at this pace. I recognize that. So the key approach, we've done the study, now we're drilling it. I would say absolutely I'm going to listen to your feedback, but we are just trying to drill through lots of hands and see where we have a gap in our knowledge, right? Because if we keep getting it right, then we obviously don't have a gap there. But I completely appreciate that it's really, really fast to do here. I'll slow down a little bit if that's going to help. But as I said, like we've done the study, now we just want to put it in practice. So I'm trying to sort of demonstrate my approach to improving at this game. And that's what we're doing. We've done the study, as I said, and we want to drill and see if there are still some areas for improvement. All right. Okay, yeah, so you say, give us at least 2 seconds to think too. The one making the decisions always got some advantage. Okay, for sure. Okay, so 7-4. We're just going to call. We don't want to fold a 7. We don't want to fold a 7 here either. And this feels so painfully slow now, but I appreciate that you want to go a bit slower. I'm going to fold Jack 6. Queen 10, if we had a backdoor flush draw, we could continue, but offsuit it's just going to fold. King Queen was mainly calling, but I think there's like 7% raising, but maybe not with this suit. Yeah, 7%. Okay. King 9 going to call. 6-4, absolutely nothing. I really want to get one of these backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw hands so that we can actually continue. 6-3, absolutely nothing going on. We're going to fold. King 10, we're going to call. King 4, we're going to call. Let's get to 50. 9-8, again, if we had 9-8 of diamonds, hearts, or spades, I think we continue, but not with this hand. 4-3, ooh. Right, in the chat, guys, what do you reckon? Is this one of those hands? We've got 3 to a straight flush here with 2, 3, 4 of hearts. Was this one of those hands where we get to continue? Yeah, I think it probably is. Certainly it was 6-5, wasn't it? That was connected to the 7. Queen 10 connected to the king. Yeah. Okay, let's go call and see what happens. Guys, I was on the same page as you. I thought it was definitely going to be a continue, but clearly not. Queen 10-4 is going to be a fold. This 9-6 off is a very easy fold. Maybe I should just always pause when we have a decision, because sometimes it's really easy. Like this is just going to be a very easy fold. We don't want to fold a pair, but we can fold this one. Folding. Definitely want to come back and look at the 4-3 of hearts, 4-3 suited in general with a backdoor flush draw. 10-9 off, going to fold, and always going to call a pair. Right. 4-3. Okay. Well, I did say straight off the bat, I said that these suited hands down here are going to be the ones that cause us problems. What I didn't realize is that there was a final suited hand down here that was pure fold. So, yeah, I guess like 5-4 is wrapped, like connected to the 2 and the 7, same as 6-5. But then the 8-6 isn't, right? The 8-6 is just connected to the 7. Yeah, I think you could be right about that. Like round the 7 we call, and round the 2 is just too weak, so we have to fold. But yeah, I mean this is the last one, right? Because 2x down here is a pair, and we're always going to continue with that. All right, let's do the next one. What board was it was king high with 2 rags. Let's get rid of that in the options. We're going to reset the results, and we're going to go again. Only bets than that says 5-4 turns more open-ended straight draws than 4-3. Okay, there's the link, guys. Click the link and choose. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 options now. Idebro says fun flop that was. Yeah, I mean it seems so easy, right? Seems so easy. Just call with a king, a 7, and a deuce, and then if you have a backdoor flush draw wrapped around the 7 or the king, you continue. All right, we've got an early front runner here. Jack or 10 high connected. I really like this. There's a comment just come through the chat. You can just about see it underneath the results here. But only bets than that says official motto of poker. It seems so easy. Official motto of DTO. it's not. I would probably go further and say it's really not. Okay, let's do Jack or 10 high connected. Let's keep things moving. We're going to do Jack 8-7. So we're going to click other and connected, Jack 8-7. Ariko says, as a new player, wet boards seem very hard to play. Yeah, the dry boards seem to be easy. I would say that they're the more challenging, or the most challenging boards so far we've seen are when we're the sandwich player, when we actually do have some raising, that's when it gets challenging. When it goes cutoff bets, button calls, like bigger bets, then we have some raising on that node. But yeah, when we know it's just going to be pure call as a sandwich player, I think that becomes relatively straightforward. So we'll see what we do here. Pure check. What's the cutoff doing? Let's have a look. Pretty much pure check. I don't think we're going to worry about them when they're betting ace jack, king jack. We want to keep things moving. Button does a decent amount of big betting actually here, but yeah, and a lot of checking, but mainly just about doing some small betting. Let's take a look at what our strategy looks like. Okay, right. So, guys and girls, remember that misconception, that very common misconception that I mentioned earlier on, that we never do any raising as a sandwich player. And that's true when the board is particularly good for the original raiser who hasn't bet, right? The original raiser, though, has checked, and they can definitely have straights, and they can definitely have sets, and they can definitely have two pair. They can have over pairs as well. So this is actually quite fascinating, because mainly we're going for a call, but there is a tiny amount of jamming going on as well. Let's see if we can just highlight those hands in here. King 9, so gut shot and flush draw, that should be relatively straightforward. 10-7, 9-7, so a pair and a flush draw with a gut shot as well. It's going to send it. 8-7 off, no. Oh, that's two pair. That should be easy. Jack 9 off with a heart, going to send it. Jack 10 off with a heart, going to send it. But that's pretty much it. Maybe King 10 of hearts a little bit as well. So, and then the final one looks like 9x, yeah, 9-3, 9 deuce, gonna go. And then the rest of it, we're just gonna play pure call. So we're always gonna call with a jack. We're gonna call with an 8, and wow, look at this, 8-4. Whenever I see hands like this, I'm always trying to think like, why is 8-4 folding 8-5 and 8-3 continuing? 8-5. Well, 8-4 stands out as if someone has 5-6, and therefore we can improve to two pair and still lose a chunk. 8-3 and ace 8 deuce doesn't the 3 and the deuce don't complete any draws. If we improve them, I mean, obviously it could be a 3 of hearts or a 2 of hearts, but the other 3x and 3s and 2s are not flush completers. That is a weird one. That is that's pretty weird. Yeah, we might find some challenges here. So in this kind of region, let's just get in and drill. But yeah, 8-4 suited. Let me just check. Okay. So this guy doesn't really even bet 6-5. So therefore, why are we worried about 4? Let's go here. This guy can still have some 6-5. Okay, maybe that that could be one of the reasons, but it's it's definitely pretty weird. Okay, let's go back here. Quick one last look. So basically, always continue with a pair. Having said that, 7-4, 7-5, 7-6 want to have a flush draw. Backdoor flush draw as well. In fact, basically, if you have a 7, you want to have something else to go with it, whether it's a backdoor flush draw or a gut shot. When it comes to 8x, we continue all of our 8x, although Queen 8 suited is starting to fold, and then 8-4 is a bit weird. And we've got to try and remember these jams as well. Okay, good luck us. We're not folding any 8x. This was a jam, I think, the 9 deuce and 9 3 of hearts. Okay, looks like there's something else as well. 8 7. Okay, 8 7 is just a call. I thought it was going to be pure jam. Queen 10 off. Wow, I didn't even look at this region. We have a gut shot. We have a backdoor flush draw. Is it good enough? Let's go call and see what happens. Yep. 7x with a backdoor flush draw. Going to call. 6-3 is going to fold. We don't want to fold an 8. Don't think we get to continue this one. So king 7 off with the king of hearts, or the 7 of hearts, I guess. Chris Callahan said I thought 7-8 was a jam. Yeah, me too. That was the one we've got wrong. Yeah, we totally skipped right through the offsuit hands. Yeah, so like really interesting, right? When you do the drilling and you're suddenly like, wow, I don't even know what I'm doing here. And it's another, make a note of it. Say, right, we haven't even looked at the offsuit hands. What you could do is just go straight back to explore and have a look at the offsuit hands and build your knowledge and understanding in that way. King 7, I'm going to go for a fold, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, here's a fold. We have a gut shot and a flush draw here, a backdoor flush draw, sorry. But it is just a fold. Okay, I'm going to fold. I'm going to keep folding here. I will slow down. So we have a pair and 7 of hearts. I'm going to call. I'm going to fold here. As I said, I'll slow down when this hands. We're not, don't need to worry about it too much. I'm not going to fold a jack. Straights, I think we just went pure call. Fold here. Fold here. 8-7. So before I thought this was a jam, but maybe it was because we had 8-7 off with a heart that became a call. I'm going to go jam this time and see what happens. Okay, so it's a mix. Queen 4 off with a fold. Fold. Don't want to fold an 8. Can fold king 6. Not sure about these hands. Okay, yeah, it's just pure fold. Here we have a draw, so we're not going to fold that. I'm going to fold this one though. Mix between call and jam. Again, yeah. Folding this one. Gut shot and backdoor flush draw. Feels a bit weak though. I'm going to fold. Okay, happy with that. Fold here, pair. So the 7x got to continue if it had something else to go with it, right? So that was the big takeaway. So if you had 7x with a heart, you could continue. If you have 7x with a 9 or a 10, you could continue. So that's my understanding. Jack 8, pure call. Gonna fold here. Don't want to fold an 8. We also have a gut shot. Straight draw. It's an 8 out straight draw rather than a 4 out straight draw here. I'm going to go call. We have a heart, so I'm going to go call. 7x with a heart. Going to call. This one's going to fold. Going to call. Going to call. I can't remember what the 8x was that we started folding. 8-4. Okay, one more. I'm just going to call. Cool. Not too bad. 96%. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's move on to the next one. We're just going to carry on. See how we do Jack or 10 high connected. So we're going to get rid of that. Again, I'm going to reset the results. And send you the link again, guys. This might be the last one. It really depends on... Yeah, so click the link. Choose the texture or type that you want to see. This might be the last one. We've got about 10 minutes to go. I think it really depends on whether it's a board that has, bet call, like bet cutoff bets, button calls. Chris says, I like this DTO, got to run. All right, Chris, thanks for being here. I'd rate it ABB or BBB. Get your votes in. I'm not going to look at any votes in the chat. I'm just going to focus on the results from here. And as Ida Brote says, follow the channel, Chris, and follow the channel, everybody else. If you haven't done so already, definitely now would be the time to hit that follow button. There have been some great coaching sessions this month as well. So just as these votes come in, I know Bowie did a great session on being the final table chip leader, looked at pre-flop and post-flop strategies, which is awesome. There was a 3-bet cash game strategy as well. And then I can't remember what the Dom's one right at the start. I want to say it's something like playing off shallower stacks, but don't quote me on that. Maybe someone in the chat can tell me what that was. But yeah, some really, really good coaching. I believe all of those sessions, all of those replays was that they are available on DTO's YouTube channel. Dom was mixed stack sizes, big blind defending big blind versus button. Okay, cool, great. All right, let's do a monotone board. Who knows if there's going to be any leading or any big bang from cutoff. Let's explore. All right, pure check for us. Pretty much pure check for cutoff, and a decent amount of small betting here. So betting over pairs, top set, a lot of the 9x. There's some other draws in here as well. I mean, some of these hands are flushes, some of them are just pairs, and yeah, all of these hands are pairs. 6-4 is a gut shot, 5-4 is just a really bad hand now. And we've got some ace-2 and ace-3. I think we see this fairly often in this spot when it goes check, check, and the imposition caller is going to start blasting with like the weaker ace-x hands in their range, getting better ace-x hands to instantly fold. Okay. All right, so we're mainly playing fold and call again. The hands that we want to jam literally is just queen 9, maybe a bit of 9-7 as well. Let's see though. So we want to continue. We continue all of our queen x. We can, but when it comes to 9x, we only want to continue 9-7 or 9x with a heart. Although having said that, king 9 and ace 9 are continuing, but then a lot of these other 9x hands are just going to go for a fold. We've got some 7x hands that are mainly just going to fold unless they have a heart. So you can see 10-7 off with the 10 of hearts, or 8-7 off with the 8 of hearts. And then when you look at 7-3 and 7-2, there's some calling going on there, but also quite a lot of folding. And then continuing with all of the flushes. So yeah, if we have a flush draw, we continue. We have a queen, we continue. And if we have a really strong 9, we're going to continue. That's it, I think. Let's go for it. So yeah, we've got about 5 or 6 minutes, so we'll see how we go. I'm going to fold a straight draw here. I think having a heart would be better. Okay, so we can call 8-6. That's a good start. Flush draw is a fold. Okay, so interestingly, we fold the 4 of hearts and we continue with 8-6, no heart. All the queen x was continuing. Queen 9 and 9-7 were the ones that were jamming here, I believe. So this is just a call. 9x, no heart is a fold. This is a call. This is a call. This is a gut shot and a flush draw. I'm going to call here. Don't want to fold a queen. Don't want to fold queen 7. This one's going to be a fold. Folding 10 deuce. Folding a6. King 10, if we had a heart, I would continue, but it's going to fold here. Folding 5-3. Decent king, but sorry, decent 9, but we also have a flush draw as well, so I can't see us folding. Queen 9. Was Queen 9 and 9-7 were the ones that were jamming, right? Yeah, okay. Jack 9, going to fold. If we had a heart, we'd continue. This one is a call. Jack 6 is a fold. Folding. Don't want to fold a queen. I think this is just a fold, right? So we had a hand earlier on, which was like king 4 off with the 4 of hearts. I think if we have a flush draw, we want to continue with the higher cards, higher hearts than the lower ones. So I'm going to fold here. So just a lot of folding. If we have a flush, we're obviously going to continue. We have a flush draw, we're going to continue. Flush, we're going to continue. So if we're continuing 8-6, surely we're going to continue with Jack 10, right? Surely. Okay, phew. Always want to continue with a queen. Low heart, think there's going to be a fold. This one's going to be a call though. Higher heart, plus we have a gut shot, a bit more equity. This one's going to be a fold. This one's going to be a fold. Folding. Always want to continue with a queen. 7x, we want to have a heart. So I'm going to fold. A few more hands here. I know I'm going quite quickly. Just going to fold. And the final one is a fold. There were a few hands in here. So like 8-6, you can see is pure call, regardless of suits. Jack 10 was a pure call. Not sure there are going to be any. What about 10-8? Yeah, so 10-8's the other one, right? The other 8-out straight draw. But I think that's it. So I think we did a reasonable job there. Just spied this ace-6 off with the ace of hearts, going for a jam, blocking made hands and hands that can continue as well. And there's also some jamming going on with the ace-2, ace-3, ace-4 with the ace of hearts, but mainly going for a call. So just to sort of, so what hearts calls for King X? Great one. So as I said, you can see there, King 4 off with the King of Hearts. So with a big heart, we're going to continue. So you can see all of these are just the King of Hearts. King 9 continues because it's just a really good 9x. And then King 10 off. So we basically need the 10 of Hearts, it looks to me. Like, although having said that, I mean, there's a gut shot here. Jack 8 off with a heart continues. 9-8 off with a heart continues as well. But I mean, these are pairs, right? So this is a pair, this is a gut shot. So it's all about, it's very, very equity driven. So yeah, I think this was good. So just to recap, guys, on the system, the difference between studying and training. Studying the solutions, trying to work out what's going on, trying to work out why as well. We did a little bit of that. I'd like to explore that more at some point. But we want to try to work out, what is going on. But I think getting into a habit of then studying it, trying to understand what's going on, and then drilling down, sort of like, training these spots is really going to highlight more areas where you need to improve. That's the basic approach that I use with my programs and my one-on-one clients, is to highlight where you need to improve. And I would say that probably everybody needs to improve playing multi-way. We only did about an hour and a half here, and we made quite a few mistakes. So I think everybody needs to do this. I think choosing a spot and getting to work and studying, then training, and then using that is sort of like a learning cycle. If you want to look it up, there's a guy called, I believe he's called David Kolb. He has this idea of a learning cycle, which is essentially having an experience and then reflecting on the experience and thinking about what you could do differently next time, and then having the experience all over again. There are 4 points. I think I only mentioned 3 there, maybe 4. But the whole idea is that you practice, you see where you're going wrong, you note it down, you try and get better for next time. So yeah, that's the general approach. I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. If you haven't done so already, hit the follow button on DTO's Twitch account, and I will see you soon for more. All right, guys, have a great one. Speak soon. Bye-bye.